not just picking anyhow person out there in the street as we have been experiencing in the past.
It won't be appointment of maybe party patronage because Mr. A does this and that. You now decide to give him an appointment
where touts are being empowered in Abia State. You make them chairmen, you make them commissioners. No, this time around we are talking about intellectuals.
All right, my name is Omotola Adeleke, the one you also know as Otti Babanla. So right now we are located at the Nigerian Union of Journalists Abia State Council Secretariat. Now we're here to ask some questions, especially as it relates to the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Otti, promising that is going to constitute his cabinet before the end of this month, especially towards the end of this month. So let's go ask some questions.
I'm Chief Journalist Sam Udinaibe. He's the chairman of Correspondent Chapel of Abia State Council of Nigeria Union of Journalists. My expectation on the so much expected proposal for Dr. Alex Otti's cabinet, which Abias have been looking forward to seeing since after his inauguration on 29th May 2023. What Abias will be expecting from Dr. Alex Otti are appointments that are based on merit, competence, technocrat. It should not be appointment of maybe party patronage because Mr. A does this and that. You now decide to give him an appointment where he does not have professional competence. For instance, if you watch the just immediate past administration and the information minister, they discovered a situation whereby the commissioner for information is a lawyer by profession. The chief press secretary to the governor is also a lawyer by profession. When you look at the competency, expertise, they discovered that it is next to zero. But I think it started off well by appointing a well-experienced veteran journalist as a chief press secretary. So in the information ministry, we also expect that he should appoint somebody that has the professional nuances to man that ministry.
My name is I'm the state correspondent of this newspaper. I think Otti has presented himself as somebody who is already prepared for coming to take up this #1 job in Abia State. We expect that as somebody who is coming from the private sector, he should know the people that should deliver. He has a mission and there are so many expectations hanging on his neck. And like he has already said, he's not going to give any excuse. So for him to meet up with the expectation of the people, he has to get people who know the job, who can do it. We don't expect to see the governor getting a lawyer and putting a lawyer to come and head information or get an engineer to go and head the education. He must get professionals who know the job and who know the terrain, who know the sector, that very sector. He should put in there.
And we're probably expecting that the people that he will be coming on board to come and join hands with him in delivering the dividends of democracy will be the people of like minds like himself. We are talking of technocrats, we are talking of seasoned administrators, we are talking of intellectual people, not just picking anyhow person out there in the street as we have been experiencing in the past, where touts are being empowered in Abia State. You make them chairmen, you make them commissioners. No, this time around we are talking about intellectuals coming to give you what is desired by the masses. So that is our expectation.
There is no part of Abia State, whether it's in Abia North or Abia Central or Abia South, you will not get people that are competent in whichever way you are thinking about. If you go to Abia North, for instance, you look at the local governments in Abia North, Aruchukwu, Hafia, Umunuchi, Bende, Isukwato. You cannot tell me that you will not get somebody that is competent in that area. So if, for instance, you want to give a commissioner for environment from somebody that is from Abia North or that does not have the knowledge, know-how, or the qualification, you may decide to go to Abia North, Abia Central, or Abia South, where you can get it. That is qualified in that area and make sure that you get the best hand to man the ministry, because if what we witness in the immediate past administration is anything to go back, and I'm sure Dr. Alex Otti will not do what Abias will not like at the end of the day.
Most of the appointments he made, as far as constituting the cabinet was concerned, was based on patronage. And he didn't have a free hand to select those that worked with him. His godfather has dictated. So we wouldn't like Otti to make that mistake. And it's even good that he's a man of his own. Nobody sponsored him, so nobody's going to force anybody on him. So he should be able to get the right people to do the job. He should also avoid sycophancy. He should go for competent contractors to do jobs for him. They will be in a situation where they will bring what we call, what in Abia parlance they call Aka construction, to come and do roads. So they will do road today, maybe by next tomorrow, the road will collapse. But Otti has already signaled that he's going to use grade A contractors. Even before he was sworn in as governor, he had already brought in Julius Berger to start inspecting roads. So we expect that he will continue in that line and make sure that any project he delivered will stand the test of time.
We've been talking about a charter of equity. That's power moving from north, central, south, back to north. But we find out that most politicians in the past, they did not respect it. Alex Otti, whom we have confidence in him that he's going to perform, I know he's not going to go on sentiment. He's going to base on people who will deliver, people who are qualified, people who are capable, people who knows what it takes to carry people along in delivering the dividends of democracy. Yes, actually in the past, appointments have been based on political compensation. I believe in him, and I know Abians believe in him that he's going to give us the best in selecting people, and whatever thing we will do that will be the hard desire of Abians, he is going to give it. Likewise, ourselves, who are human rights journalists, activists, we believe in him. We have absolute confidence in him.
The journalists have said their minds, especially as it concerns the cabinet that would be constituted, or perhaps be constituted by the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Otti, before the end of this month, just like he has promised. And also, Abians are expectant, especially for Alex Otti, to bring in people who are not just technocrats, but people who will tap into his vision of making sure that Abians, enjoy good dividend of democracy. Thank you very much. My name still remains Omotola Adeleke, also known as Otti Babanla.